Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Tiana. I'm filling in for Kourtney because he is still out sick with the flu.
Yes, he still has the flu, but we're so happy that Tiana is here. That's your new nickname.
Tiana. If you watch the morning tea, it's like very,
yes.
People are aware of it.
Very apparent, you guys. It is Friday, and we're talking about Khloe and Jordan's social media drama, an update on Kourtney and Eunice's Miami meetup, and Hailey Bieber making comments on her fake feud, but very real feud, with Selena Gomez. But first, we have some fresh tea about Kylie and Kendall.
Spill it, Madison.
In the most recent episode, thank you, of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Caitlyn Jenner fans are upset because Kylie, Kendall, and the rest of her kids did not send her a letter. They are viewing it as a snub. So I guess on this show, specifically on the latest episode, the contestants received letters from their family members, and Caitlyn only received a letter from her girlfriend, Sophia Hutchinson, nothing from her kids. People were going off about it on Twitter. They felt like, her kids snubbed her. They felt it was rude.
What do you expect when you are kind of throwing your kids under the bus? Like, you helped raise these kids, even if they weren't your kids. And what do you expect? No one's gonna come through for you if you're bad-mouthing them on television.
Right. And even though, let's just say Kendall and Kylie, they are her biological children, and she, other than the pregnancy rumors, I guess she's kept it kind of tame, but still, those are their siblings, which is why I completely agree with you. She's still spilling tea on their closest family members.
Yeah, it's creating tension between everybody, and I don't think people are going to be as supportive when you're creating drama, with their mom as well.
Exactly. I feel like almost Kendall and Kylie, and maybe even the rest of the Kardashians, don't even want to be associated with Caitlyn on this show, which is why, one, we've heard, they've had very visceral reactions whenever she's brought them up, and two, probably why they didn't write any letters, because they're like, why give her one more reason to bring us up? Why give the show one more reason to use our name for publicity and to get viewers? And so, while I understand why people are upset because they're viewing it as wow, Kendall, Kylie, and the rest of, Caitlyn's children, we got Brody, we got Brandon, we have, obviously Caitlyn has more children than just Kendall and Kylie. They also didn't send letters, but I just feel like everyone just kind of wants to be separated from that and let Caitlyn continue doing her own thing.
Yeah, if you're going to continue to badmouth your family, they're not going to come through when you want them to.
Exactly.
Yes, I understand. Where are the letters from her kids? But where is the, backing up the kids that you raised? And I feel like, you're creating tension, so no one's gonna want to come through and show support.
Exactly,
but
at least you got a letter from Sophia Hutchinson, so that's the girlfriend. That's all good. But let's move on and talk about Kourtney and Eunice. We have a little update on where, and you feel very passionate about this.
I'm very passionate. I don't think you should ever be going back to someone that you ended things with for a reason.
I love it. Okay, so you guys, we have a little update where they are after the Miami situation. We know they were partying till 2 a.m. Sources told TMZ they were laughing, dancing. They looked like they were a couple.
Yeah, it's all fun and games when you're drunk at 2 a.m. But at the same time, do you want to redate the person?
I know, but it kind of sounds like that might be where they're headed. A source told Life and Style magazine that Eunice essentially went to Miami with friends because he knew Kourtney would be there. The source said, quote, "They speak all the time," which I think is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And arranged to meet up during Art Basel, which is why all of your fave celebs are in Miami. Why we're not in Miami, I still don't know.
I'm not a celeb, so I'm not in Miami, but that sounds fun. But it doesn't sound fun to be going back to your ex.
Having this situation?
Yeah, going back to your ex that you've already moved on from.
Tiana's Team Miami, not team backsliding to an ex.
Yeah, exactly. No more backsliding, only moving forward.
Yes, the insider said that Kourtney still has feelings and is attracted to Eunice, but she's weary about reuniting because he didn't handle their breakup well the first time, which...
Well, he really didn't. He cheated on her. He also badmouthed the family, and he said that, oh, yeah, I do miss them because I miss being on TV or whatever. Kourtney, you can do better. Let's move on.
And remember, he made those comments too about pictures she was posting, and he didn't like her over-sexualizing
I forgot
herself
about
on
that.
Instagram. I just remembered, literally when you were talking about all the wrong things he did, I remembered that because that was a huge point of contention in their relationship.
I forgot that he was calling her out on social media, which, come on, you should be supportive of each other. That's what a relationship is, your team. So what are you doing throwing her under the bus?
Also, he's a model and he posts very similar pictures. So whatever.
Don't contradict yourself.
That's putting it aside. Essentially, the two are taking their relationship one step at a time and seeing what happens. Obviously, Tiana is team do not reconcile.
I just don't think there is a need to backslide. At the same time, I think Kourtney should move on. I feel like you ended for a reason. It's been some time apart. And while yes, sometimes it is okay to go back to an ex, in this situation, I think Kourtney can do better for herself.
I feel like she is just getting a little anxious because she turned 40 this year. I think Scott is moved on with Sophia. They're having this great relationship, and I think she's just starting to get a little panicked.
A little insecure about it, which is a shame.
Where's
because
my life partner?
She doesn't need to feel that way. She is killing it. So
that's nice, because normally Kourtney feels like
I know she
not.
clearly, but like at the same time, I think she can move on and do better. And you're just like recycling old partners. That's not like
I do
fair
agree
to
she
yourself.
needs somebody who's a little more age appropriate and someone who has their own thing going on, and not someone like Eunice who was very, you know, reliant or a big fan of the fame that came with dating a Kar Jenner.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Khloe Kardashian and Jordan Woods, because Khloe shook the internet last night. This is some really, really good tea. When she addressed forgiving Tristan Thompson after getting lots of criticism on Sunday's episode. You guys remember what happened. She received all these gifts. The Hawk sisters kind of helped facilitate a gift-giving situation. And everyone was just kind of asking Khloe, like, why the hell are you seemingly forgiving Tristan? What the heck? So she posted one Instagram story talking about forgiveness, how it's a strength and not a weakness, and how she doesn't want to carry around any hate anymore. She wants peace in the new year and forever. People still kind of saw that and were like, okay, again, you're extending this olive branch to Tristan. What the heck about Jordan?
Yeah, if you forgive one, you have to forgive the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then she posted another story. She specifically mentioned Jordan in the second one. She called her out by name. She said that, you know, her message was for Jordan and that hate is heavy and she is tired of carrying all that weight around. What I think is interesting is Jordan kind of responded with like a little bit of shade. She reposted a quote that says, someone somewhere is still discussing the old you because they don't have access to the new you.
Yeah, and I said on the morning tea that I agree with Khloe's statement. Like, yes, hate is heavy, but it's funny that she didn't direct it at Jordan at first and then was like, I need to clarify, like, her too.
Right.
I just hope she's putting her words into, like, practice, and that's actually what she's doing, and forgiving both of them, if that's the case. Jordan's message as well, like, I feel like was directed at the situation, but she's still saying, like, you don't know me now, like, I'm working on me and I'm killing it. And
right, I completely agree. I feel like all we've seen is Khloe forgive Tristan, so of course people are going to hate on her and criticize her, and I feel like she already was kind of vocal about this with the Hawk sisters, how people only see 44 minutes, and that didn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
I
and
feel
it's like that was already like an orchestrated event where like you obviously had already forgiven him and you're setting the audience up to believe that because you're like, we're good with a gift.
And I just feel like this message didn't really do much for me either. I feel like, why are we still bringing this up? I feel like Jordan, even by her response, very clear that she's moved on. She did go on to clarify what she meant by posting that quote. She said it wasn't shade. She reposted her tweet. It said, not every quote that is posted is a sub or a clapback, and not everything posted is directed towards one person in general. I deal with a lot of different ish daily. It's all love, only positive vibrations.
I feel like that's very her right now. Like, she's like, I'm just doing me, and this
I want everyone else to keep doing themselves.
Yeah, and this isn't just directed at Khloe. Like, it is also directed at everyone judging me for the situation. Like, you don't know me anymore. Like, you're judging me off one small thing. And she's happy to get rid of, like, that association, I think.
Do you think this will kind of help end things, or do you think we still need to visually see Khloe extend an olive branch to Jordan?
I hope this would end things. I think as time goes on, though, they'll be doing their own thing. Like, Jordan is going to make a name for herself in her own way that won't rely on this story anymore.
I hope so. And I also do think we might need to see something just so people can finally put the kibosh on it. Kind of with maybe how Hailey
this
and
next
Larry.
story. Yeah.
So you guys, Hailey Bieber recently spoke to British Vogue and how she sees her fake feud with Selena Gomez. She said, quote, I think social media is a breeding ground for toxicity and people creating false drama between women and trying to put women up against each other and create these narratives that are just toxic. She said, quote, I think that has to change and I think that has to stop. This is what really got you, because you felt like this next part was a dig at Selena, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, she went on to say, quote, I think there needs to be more people with platforms coming together and saying to each other, let's kill the conversation, let's kill the fake drama, let's squash all these things, let's move on from stuff, let's not give people a reason to fuel fire.
To fuel the fire that you're fueling, okay.
That you constantly fuel and create drama and being rude to each other.
I said this before, this feels like to me, while she's not wrong, like, yes, that statement is true, social media is toxic, I feel like a PR person gave this to her and said, go say this.
Right.
And I feel like it does fuel the fire already of what's happening. I would love for all of us to just stop talking about it and move on, but then things like this happen where you're still talking about it. Like, just go be married, and that's like a subtweet, you know, like, you're not saying, oh, directly Selena, but saying that like other women need to use their platforms. She has used her platform.
Right. And for me, I feel like Hailey is contradicting herself just because she does feel the fire. You know, she's the one who posted about the Summer Walker thing and then tried to backpedal and say, no, that wasn't a response. You guys are blowing this out of proportion. But it's like, come on, how else did you think people were going to interpret that? How else do you think people are interpreting you liking Selena's friends' pictures? Like,
just be aware of your posts as well. Like, don't be posting things that you know are going to fuel the fire if that's what you say you don't want.
Exactly. It's very contradictory, and I'm hoping now that she said this, she puts kind of her money where her mouth is and starts actually behaving the way she's saying she wants social media to change. Because I
Practice what you preach.
Right.
Girl.
I think that is how we will all move on from this. I know she wants to move on. Selena wants to move on. Justin is getting neck tattoos, so he's just living his life.
Everyone wants to move on.
So hopefully, maybe this will start kind of clearing the air. I don't know. I think there's still going to be more.
I hope there's not more, but I feel like that's naive. Like, of course, there's gonna be like something more towards this. How much do you want Selena to do? Like, she literally said the exact same thing prior on Instagram Live. So it was like a copy paste plus like a PR statement that was given to her and said, just like say this and we'll be good.
Tiana's saying she's not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
All right, you guys, it's time to let us know what you're thinking. What was your reaction to Kendall Kylie and the rest of Caitlyn Jenner's kids snubbing her on I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here?
Oh, God. What are your thoughts on this update on Kourtney and Eunice, as well as what went down with Khloe and Jordan on social media?
And finally, let us know what you think about Hailey's comments regarding her fake feud with Selena Gomez, you guys. Let it out down below. Don't forget to tune into Moments of the Week tomorrow, the morning tea on Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. In the meantime, shop the Hollyscoop store, subscribe, and click the notification bell. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.